Hello students, today we're going to talk about how to create a document in OneDrive and how to create a works cited page. So the first thing you want to do is you want to open up a OneDrive account. So we've been working on OneDrive all year. Remember that you can go to onedrive.gcsnc.com and you can log in using your username or your student ID number at stu.gcsnc.com and your birthday at home. So if you're at school, you also have to use those things to log in, and that just protects your account. Now, it's best to work through OneDrive, but if your OneDrive is not working, you can use Google Drive. So Google Drive is another way to create Word documents that are secure and that only you can access. This will cut down on anyone having access to your information, anyone having access to your files. So no one can get in here and delete your files or do anything heinous to you. So we want to cut down on that. And we also don't want to be heinous people. So we want to make sure we're being nice to each other. So if you see that someone's computer is logged in and they forgot to log out, please log out of it and log into your own account. So I am here in my OneDrive today, and I'm going to go up here to New, and I'm going to create a Word document. And the first thing I do when I create a Word document is I change what the title of the document is. So I want to put my name, my teacher's name, and the assignment. So your name, your teacher's name, and the assignment. That way your teacher knows who you are. You know what teacher this goes to, and you know what assignment this is for. So when you're back in your big OneDrive account, you can find information. Then you want to change some things like the font. So your teacher may require a certain font. For my students, I require Times New Roman 12-point font. And then you need to change the spacing. So in MLA, we go to paragraph options. We change this from 0 to 8 to 0, 0, and we change this to double. We hit OK. So that is how you set up a paper in MLA format. So that your layout is good, your margins are probably fine. Usually the margins are already set to 1-inch margins. So if you go here, 1, 1, 1, 1, they're all 1-inch margins. So you don't want to change your margin size. English teachers are particularly good at spotting things like spacing and margins because they look at papers all day long. So the next thing you want to type is your name, your teacher's name, the class that you are in, and the date. Okay. So that is what we call an MLA heading. So in MLA, you always want a heading. The next thing you want is a header. So you go up here to the header. You go over here to the right. And you want to type in your options. You want it to, eventually you're going to change this. So you don't want to do that immediately. You want to type your last name. Your last name, so, and then you want to go down here and you want to go to different first page, but before you do that, you want to number the pages. So I'm trying to find where that is. So if you go to table, if you go to insert, you go to page numbers. So you want to insert a page number. And then you go to different first page. And that goes away. So then you can double click to get out of there. And then you can hit enter. And then you want to center your title. So you want to go over here to center your title. Now if this were your works cited page, you would type in works cited. Now if this were your paper, you would type your title. And then you would hit enter, and then you would go back to the left, hit tab, and type your paper. That way your works cited page goes right at the end of your paper. So when you're creating a works cited page, your works cited information is going to go right here, and it's going to go to the left side of the page. So you want everything aligned up to the left. But with a works cited, your indents are going to be a little different than your regular indents. So here we've indented the paragraph by hitting the tab button, or you can go into paragraph options and make it say first line. So if you go over here to special where it says indentation and you say first line, that's going to be your body of your paper. But your works cited page, you're going to change that indentation to hanging. So we're going to get out of here for just a second. We're going to make sure we're here. Our cursor is underneath works cited, and we're going to change our paragraph options, our indentation, to hanging indents, and hit OK. Okay, now we're going to go find a source. So let's go to NC Wiseow. Let's go to High School Zone. Let's go to Britannica School. Let's search for, first off, if you are at home, the password for NC Wiseow I gave to you in class. I hope you wrote it down. So you're going to go here, you're going to click on high school. Let's say we want to read about Robin Hood. So here's an article on Robin Hood. If you want a quick way to find the citation, you can go to Cite. If you go to MLA, you can copy that citation, go back to your paper, and you can Control V, and there's the citation there. Now let's say you don't have that fancy citation, you have to build your citation. So you would go to NC Wiseow, you would go to High School Zone, and you would go down to the citation builder. In this citation builder you would type, so this is an article, so you would go to over here to what it is. It's a periodical article. No, sorry, it's a website article or blog. So this author, so it doesn't tell us the author, and it doesn't have an author because the citation tells us that. But let's say we didn't know that. We don't see an author right here, and if you scroll down to the bottom, I see no person's name right here. So there is no author for this source. So we're going to go to this, and we're going to go no author. Then we're going to go to title. I'm citing an article or page within a website. The article was called Robin Hood. And then the title of the container. If you are on Britannica School, High School Zone, do you see how they wrote it? Britannica School, Encyclopedia Britannica. You can, for now, copy that into here. But if you didn't know that, you could say Britannica School High, because that's what is given to you up here. The publisher. So this tells us that Encyclopedia Britannica, the publisher you find down here. So the publisher is Encyclopedia Britannica. So I told you wrong. The title was just Britannica School. So we're going to take off this part. We're going to take that off. We are going to type in Encyclopedia Britannica as the publisher. The publication date, I see 2019 is the last available date to me. So I'm going to put here 2019. It doesn't have a day or a month, so I'm going to leave that blank. Location, I'm going to put the URL. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to paste it into here. And then I'm going to hit create citation below. Here's my citation. So I'm going to copy the citation. I could save it as a Word or Doc Pages or save it as Google Doc. So this will create it for me. But I've already got a document, so I'm going to just copy it. So I can just go right there. And there is my citation. You will notice there's something missing, the access date. So I need to write accessed 11 December 2019, and then I'm good to go. So that is how you create a citation from a URL that doesn't give you a citation. Now you notice the font here. This is 10.5, so we need to make sure it is 12-point font, because all of our fonts need to look exactly the same. We also could highlight and make sure our coloring is the same. So, oops, I screwed up the font. So I want to go to 12 Times New Roman. And then I screwed up the spacing too. So I need to go back into paragraph options and fix the spacing. It needs to be 0 hanging indents just on my sources. So now they're all good to go. Does everybody understand? I hope you all understood that video on how to create a works cited page after your paper. If you do not understand how to do this, you can see me in class, but you should understand by watching this video. If you have any further questions, however, you may ask me in class. I hope you have a good day, and if you need anything, let me know.